Pops and Chair Shots, Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. What did the Five Fingers say to the face? Seth Rollins' suits are not tacky, but he's gonna tell you what he thinks it is. And all the prep that you need for Pro Wrestling Week 2022. All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, JB, tell them what to do.
You already know. Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. HBC Too Sweet on IG and Twitter. Twitch, YouTube, SoundCloud.
Boot light.
You know,
Gentlemen,
we're at the bottom of the pit when we got some Bud Lights.
there's only water left at this point, buddies. There's only alcohol
Yeah,
left.
it's like a mini bottle of vinegar, real quick.
That's what my stomach feels like right now too.
Cheers.
Cheers with water because I need to be on water for a little bit.
We're not gonna disclose the
Party
details,
life ain't for everybody.
But yeah, you know.
When my insurance works, I can't be in the hospital no more. So,
Thanks.
so we're gonna leave
Love
that
to
alone.
America.
But I'm excited to be back, baby.
Ooh.
And you know why?
Big hype.
You know why?
Tell him.
Cause when you see a man get smacked on stage, that you want to just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know we like 3 days late, but shit, you gonna hear it again.
We gonna talk about it anyway.
Shit.
We gonna
Listen,
talk
if Will's
about it.
mama got some shit to say about it, I got some shit to say about
We
it.
gonna talk about it.
Got in one little fight. The internet got scared.
Yo, chat, y'all getting kicked the fuck out if you talk about my wife. I'm telling you right now.
What you
the fuck you
mean?
getting
Your
banned?
wife's name. Shut the Shut your big head.
Dímelo,
Yo.
devilish, dímelo,
Yo.
DJ.
You're gonna go
dímelo,
to a roast,
lady.
right? Yeah, fuck, what is the Oscars if not a roast? Isn't that like 90% of the content of all the jokes?
Well, this is why you hire comedians to host a show.
Right, I thought it was
Right?
entertaining.
And he's not hosting, but this is why you have comedians host a show. Because they entertain.
That's true.
Dog, and that was the lamest joke ever.
Yo,
it wasn't even a good one.
It wasn't even good.
It wasn't even a good one for you to react like that, yo. You know you butthurt, yo.
But he reacted that way once he saw Jada's face.
It's
And he was like,
Who?
oh, shit, I gotta do something.
in
Keep
all
my
fair-
white name out of your mouth.
Listen, her name ain't Bruno. So I'm gonna talk
we
about
don't talk. We don't talk
You
about.
know what I'm saying?
Bruno, that's fair.
Shit,
No.
I've seen her in some movies. Shit, I saw Set It
gotta-
Off.
you
You know what I'm
gotta-
saying? I paid my dues to be able to say Jada Pinkett Smith, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, I heard that
Low down
afterwards.
dirty shame.
She was like, Tupac would have shot him.
Yo, she would have shot him. Like she was not impressed.
Yo, Will,
She was
what
not
the
impressed.
fuck, man? Chris,
Yo, he had a moment. Like yo, Will has been on watch since before for meme watch before this happened.
I mean,
So
you
now-
know. The thing is,
Come on.
the dawns of summer sometimes hit hard, and it seems like August is a rough month for him.
Yo, if he this mad in March,
You know what
imagine
I'm
how
saying?
he mad he'll be in August.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I think listen. I think there's obviously the narrative now in his book. He wrote about feeling like a coward, this and that, and the
right.
other.
He didn't control his narrative.
And you know
control
what's
his
fucked
narrative.
up about that? He was thinking about himself. Cause today I saw a video of about 2016, Chris Rock on an interview talking about his trauma.
Yeah.
And how he's been attacked multiple times throughout his life to the point where he was afraid to go out.
I'm sorry, but look,
But
yeah,
that was the
this
same
is
year he
where
talked about Jada too.
Yeah.
about you know what?
No, what I'm
When you
saying
play
is,
a heel, you got to be ready for
oh,
everything.
no, 100%. I'm just saying, Will's worried about him feeling like a coward, but he's not taking into consideration that other man's situation, right? And it's like and
He
it
got a
wasn't-
show tonight. Chris
it
Rock
wa-
got a show tonight.
Yeah,
In
tonight.
the
He
same-
talked about it already.
In the
Boston.
same way, it's not Chris Rock's responsibility to know Jada Pinkett Smith's
Of
health
course.
care
Of
situation.
course.
It's also not anyone else's to know his. That's you know. And so to me, that's kind of irrelevant to the story because everybody has their trauma, right? Will Smith clearly has his, and Jada hers, and everybody's got their own. But bro, we're at an event that we're giving people trophies for playing, right? Like for role playing and shit, and like just playing.
It's
other
an ego
characters.
fest.
And it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, I mean, whatever. Like that's your thing in your profession. That's the top notch
Yeah.
shit. So like you getting something for it.
100%.
But the whole night is a playful, like chilled night. You know
And
what
it
I'm
was a
saying?
great night. Some amazing things happened throughout the night.
Sure, but
The
that
three
shit-
women hosts worked.
And shout out to
it's
what Chris Rock
Amy
spoke about
Schumer's
too. The
work.
whole-
Nah, she Amy Schumer was the only one
that wasn't funny.
that no. She broke the tension when she came out. I was like, why did I miss something?
Diddy too.
Yeah, she broke the tension to them creating
Diddy
her own
also
when she took
broke
like the whole Kristen Dunst.
That was weird.
That was weird. She
was
made her
weird.
own little weirdness.
That was weird. The
and
Spider-Man thing was funny.
It was pretty funny. The
That's
Spider-Man
what I'm saying.
thing.
Like, it worked.
PCF in the house.
You got 3 different elements there, right? Even Wanda Sykes, like, they got it together. It worked.
Nah. Y'all
Regina
saw-
Hall was the funniest. Though.
See, look. Yeah.
Regina Hall killed it.
See, look, with
She
the
looked like a
Chris
snack.
Rock se pasó. I don't believe that. I
Nah.
don't think Chris Rock is out of line. You
Nah,
get paid
nah.
to be a heel.
Yeah.
Is MJ? See, like that's the thing, right? That we look at people like MJF and we're like, they could do that. They could come out and call us toothless, inbred rednecks, and nobody bats an eye.
But then if you go in and slap him, you're getting your ass kicked. And kicked out and arrested
100%.
and fined.
I mean, I don't think
anybody
he needs
else
to
would
get
have at
arrested.
least got him escorted out the arena.
Apparently
he
they
got
told
to
him.
sit there.
Yeah, they were
right
trying
now
to-
they're
they
saying
didn't
that
wanna move.
he didn't want to leave and shit. How do you tell Will Smith to leave from a fucking
And not make a
Oscars
scene of that? Yeah,
he's
like-
nominated for to get an
Right.
award, winning the award on top of that?
I think the Oscars did the best they could in that situation. They were
I think
you
so
know,
too.
told him to
I think
leave.
so
He didn't
too.
leave. Maybe we could have handled it differently, but
but this is something unprecedented. Right?
now
What throws you off is the apology, not to Chris, but
Yeah, it's everybody
But
else.
to everybody else, and it's more.
Hasta
Not
la
it
prima
wasn't an
hermana.
apology. It was an
Hasta la prima
explanation.
hermana.
It was an explanation, though. He told me
Yeah.
what really went down.
Oh,
it was the moment that he had.
no,
Doesn't
that's
justify
bullshit.
anything.
It
Doesn't
was-
justify anything.
He was trying to say essentially he was method acting. That's what he said. I won the Oscar for this role, and this is what he would have done. That's
Richard
pretty much
was
what he said.
Was a fierce protector.
He was saying Richard was a dick. All right.
But you gotta agree, though. Not everybody. It's gonna be understandable that it's not a popular choice of wording when he says,
Protector.
"I'm gonna protect." The person, especially after what Jada's been through, right? The whole entanglement shit.
How about
But
what
he
Will
explains
has
it.
been through?
Who?
His Will, his
Will.
whole.
That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
the whole insides of your whole relationship, all the private shit,
It's gone.
It's gone.
Out.
Like, all that
it's
shit
out.
is out, bro.
And you have to love
I'm-
this person still, and you have to protect this person still.
I don't know if that's what's the thing, but
Well,
it sure
well,
stinks
well,
like what the thing wasn't really the thing, and this must be the thing.
Well, the thing is,
What is the thing?
doing a little research. Doing a little
Twitter
research,
fingers,
going
alright.
into the archives, because we're sort of like journalists, and even though we haven't talked about an ounce of
Journalists,
wrestling,
fuck outta
this has been the most entertaining part of the week. So shut the fuck up and listen up. The shit that Jada told Will on the show, she said, "I wanted to be happy. I wanted to feel good. I didn't think you had the capacity to feel me."
Whoa, yo, isn't that like crazy
What?
that
Yo,
Jada Smith told Will Smith that on her show? They had a show.
After.
Nah,
No,
This is
before.
Oh, okay.
she
Just
was talking
just
about the
the
office
relationship.
situation.
Right,
what
right,
happened.
okay.
Oh, fix your mic.
Like, this is where it is.
Oh, wow.
And yo, like he's straight up. She's saying it in an emotional level, but the words she's using sound like it's on a physical level as well. Like the way she said, "I wanted to feel good," sounded like old girl at Monster Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she don't like Big Willie style, but
Listen.
I ain't going there. Like I ain't gonna talk about a man's fuck stick.
Listen, I don't know anything about that, but this is what she said.
Smith versus Rock at
And
Mania.
apparently, August
More interesting
Alsina
than what
was
they got
able to
going now.
provide that. Right? So Will feel now he got to step up. He got to punch Chris
Like
Rock.
that. We're
But he
11
said some
minutes
crazy
in,
shit.
lot.
and we're
That's a lot.
still talking about Chris Rock and Will Smith. Definitely proves that it probably will be the best thing booked on this card this weekend.
I mean, listen, that's until we get to this weekend. Let's keep it real.
Look, and
the
what's-
most exciting news that could happen is that we find out that they end up a fucking Red Table Talk on WrestleMania weekend on night one.
Nah, they
Night
on Smoking Skull sessions and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So Stone Cold's like, all right, let's talk about this. They can
Nah,
put him on
he'll
show.
He
definitely
takes
quit
KO's
that
show.
podcast shit. He'll quit that shit. Well,
Yo,
speaking
but
of
Jada's
quit
gonna
that
put him in the
podcast
show though.
shit.
She's gonna make him talk about this shit, yo.
I
They
hope
so
so.
on the host.
She is. No,
They
Jada, she's gonna put him on Red
You know what?
Table Talk, yo.
Chris Rock sold out his show.
Oh, absolutely.
And all his
Yeah,
upcoming
tonight,
Yo,
yeah,
he's
shows.
going.
tonight's
He's
shit.
going on tour in the
That
summer.
Netflix going
with
smack.
Kevin Hart.
Stay tuned for that
Yo,
Netflix.
and he said tonight already in his tour, he said that he's like, I'm still processing what the fuck happened.
Right.
So he didn't have anything yet.
Did you see the footage of what happened after the smack and how he stood there while the guy got his award?
Yeah, he
Right
was
after the
mad, like
award,
uncomfortable.
He was just like uncomfortable, and then he at one piece he was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, okay. and then it's
Oh,
just
right,
like,
right,
he was
right.
just
I saw that.
He had another joke in him, and he was like,
Yeah, no, I mean, after getting
I
smacked.
just got smacked by
I
Will
ain't gonna
Smith.
say
But
shit
you
no
know what it does though? I think Mischief was trying to hit on this a little earlier. It ruins entertainment. Right?
That's the thing.
It ruins entertainment. Now, like this has been the narrative for a lot of comedians. They've come out on podcasts and shows. Yo, you can't cancel culture, you can't say shit anymore.
See,
Right?
why-
What can you joke about?
And now you're
Not
telling me
that-
people are getting smacked in the face for saying a joke
In an area
about a
where,
mediocre movie?
in an area of life that this is usually acceptable. Like it's not
Right.
even like some motherfucker came up to the street and was like,
It's
"Yo,
not
you
about-
G.I.J. Look
No,
at that."
no, no, but
like it wasn't like
now
that.
that's getting it mixed up because it's not about also being sensitive about it. It's also it's more so him having a bad moment than being sensitive.
You think he
about it.
fucked up? Like he was in the moment. Like,
I think that he's just going through so much shit.
Yo,
That was the last one. That was
when he saw Jada's
But
face,
look, think about it.
that triggered him.
You remember that meme of that little boy that they do the interview? That they record him. He's laughing. Ese mismo.
I know exactly what
Ese
you're talking
mismo.
about.
Ese
too,
mismo.
yeah.
That shit happens. That shit happened.
Yo.
And then it wasn't real until he looked at Jada. He knew whatever signal he saw, he knew it clicked. Oh, this shit
I thought
real.
it was a work
I'm
at
gonna-
first.
So
Yeah,
think about
but-
this,
but-
right? The other narrative that's out there is that Jada manipulates Will.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was laughing, saw her, was like,
All right.
I saw a lot of sunken place jokes, and then I was like, "Damn,
yeah, bro. And that's kind of the conversation. That's kind of the conversation. So it's like, do we know? Do we know?
I don't know. That's a lot.
At the end of the day, though, it just ruins entertainment. It
That's-
ruins the
see, like,
community, the culture.
I
You know
can't
what I'm
go
saying?
into like Will Smith's psyche and
Nah.
like where all that
At
shit.
the end
like,
of the day, he's a grown ass man.
I can't talk about
and
his-
the one thing
his dipstick.
the one thing that disappointed me the
of my
most,
business.
because this is the first time Will's done some shit like this, right?
Right.
Which is why nobody stopped him. Because who the fuck thought Will Smith is gonna go smack Chris Rock?
and then Chris Rock.
If
is
that would have
like-
been a
just smacked
bet,
the
if that
shit
would have
out
been
of
a
me.
bet, nobody would have fucking said that shit, right?
Chris Rock is a legendary superstar in the field of comedy. Like
the
he's
best
a
thing that happened on
well-known
television.
comedian.
And the thing is, right? People are saying, why didn't Chris Rock hit him back? Yo, you know what
Nah,
happened?
yo.
Chris Rock, we saw exactly what happened. He got smacked the fuck out by Will Smith, and he was like, "I just got smacked by Will Smith."
Yeah, and
He
it
was
took him a
shocked.
couple days.
And then he saw millions of people looking right at him.
Millions of
And the
people saw me
cameras,
get
and
smacked.
the director and the teleprompter, and he's like, "He keep your name on him."
Yeah, he's like, dude, I will.
get it, bro. That was a
Hey,
lie.
Are we having
Shit.
this conversation in front of all these people right now?
You know what I mean? Yo,
You know,
Chris,
what's
that's-
really interesting is that I was listening to Michael K's show the other day, and they were talking about it. And then they brought up Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett.
Ooh.
You remember when Kevin
yes,
Garnett
yes, Honey
was
Nut
like,
Cheerios,
Honey
yes.
Nut Cheerios, your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. What?
And is he
dog?
wrong though? Is Garnett wrong?
So on the court, I don't know, I've never been there. But
Tell
on
me!
the court, they got into a thing, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Then it was like game time. All right, bet, shut it down. After the game was a little different though.
Yo,
yeah.
Melo went to go get that receipt.
Melo said, "Get out the bus. We
Yo,
fighting right
we
now."
fighting, dog.
I'm with that.
So people were like, "Yo, I didn't will." Like even that's more respectable, right?
That's the problem.
Because-
but you know why he did that? The sunken place theory, brother.
Yo, because even
Yo.
Chris Rock, his hands are behind his back.
Yeah, 'cause
the
he
whole
was
time
like-
he's like, oh,
He's
he
gonna
comes
do
up.
some-
What skit is this that I don't know about?
For me to headlock, this and
Right,
that.
oh, some cheesy shit.
No, he said, "What did the five fingers say to the face?"
He said, what?
Wow.
Yo, that shit was just like every Thanksgiving in my house, really. That's what it
Yo.
felt like.
Yo.
Imagine if a dude clowns your wife and y'all gonna turn there and say, you too sensitive, ma, and not defend her. Clown
Nah,
business.
it's not about not defending. Like,
Bring out red
listen,
noses.
the problem is you don't walk up to a man and smack him in the face for something that hits at something, right? If you want to handle it, you handle it behind the scenes.
That's what he's getting paid to do.
Different guys
He's
are gonna
getting
do different
paid to
things.
Doing his
clown
job.
everybody's wife. Do y'all go to comedy shows? Yo, have y'all been to a comedy show? It's clear that you've never been to a comedy show. This is not you walking down the street and some dude's like, look at this bald ass bitch out of what? Like, yo, that's not what happened.
bald ass
That's
bitch.
not what happened. You were in a space where this is normal behavior, where comedians do this shit.
And that was light.
And that was even that serious. It wasn't.
That was
coulda-
light.
He could have talked about Will's Dipstick. We could have still. He could have joked about his everything else.
Bro.
And he did it. Andrew Scholes, I think his name is, right, from Geico.
Yeah,
that dude, he went in.
Yeah.
On Will for 5 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of I did see that. I did see
Yo,
that.
like,
He went in. He went in.
Went in on Will Smith.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Bro,
they
the letter?
ripping him. They ripping him.
Yo, this man,
They
he
ripping
wrote a
him.
manifesto off of this, and he just, honestly, interesting read. He just tabulates how this has a greater impact than Will Smith ever imagined could come out 4 fingers of his fucking palm.
It's true though.
That's what he
It's
said, like,
it's true. It's true.
The cultural impact, what it does for people of color, what it does for him now in his career, what it does to
It's just,
comedy.
the stage was way too
Comedy.
big. It was too
Like,
big of a
entertainment.
stage.
Now you can't say shit, yo.
People talk about cancel culture a lot, right?
Yeah.
And whatever. Now,
How could she slap?
this is a weird consequence. Like, a lot of other people haven't been slapped for way worse,
Yo.
more egregious things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Come on, man. We ain't talking about wrestling.
For real, like
The thing is, that's been the most exciting thing in wrestling.
no.
You want to talk about
Nah,
wrestling?
Nah, that's definitely not true. Cause we got baby, pro wrestling Christmas
Of course.
is here, baby. We are here to
Yo,
celebrate.
This is just the
Devilish said
appetizer.
to slap him in his privates.
Slap him in his private is
Yo,
right in
yeah,
public.
Yo, I wouldn't even be mad with Will Smith, like the shit he said, like, give my wife's name out, you fuck him up. He would have just said that from the seat. I will.
Right, bet. But you
That's
know what
it.
we're gonna do? We're gonna keep Will Smith and Chris Rock's names out our mouths.
Ooh.
And we gonna talk about Ric Flair, bitch! Because Ric Flair is also being entertaining this week.
Yo, how
getting slapped
about the most random Twitter beef that you thought possible?
Who's he fighting with?
Just when I thought I'm quitting my podcast, no, motherfucker, I'm getting fired. No, I'm releasing you of your duties, apparently, right? He said duty on Twitter.
Duty. No, Mark Madden was like, all right, well, effective immediately, I'm dipping, right? Thanks for the memory.
TJ, check your post.
Right? And then what?
He's
You're not hypomania, TJ? I can see why, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I did. No, because I do want to talk about that, because that's the pulse of a lot of people right now.
Really?
Yeah, this water's not blazing hot, so maybe we can do something for you in a bit.
Ooh.
But Mark Madden's in some trouble with Ric Flair, because Ric Flair was on the juice, and Mark Madden let him know. Mark Madden, if you guys do not know, is his co-star in the podcast. I forget.
He's the host of the podcast.
Oh, well, yeah, the host, but I mean,
because his
this
podcast is like
Ric
the Mike
Flair
Tyson
podcast.
It's
Oh
like the
my
hot
God.
box for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson's the color commentator, and then he's the guest, the honorary guest. He doesn't run the podcast, right? Ric Flair, come on. Ric Flair's gonna fucking host the podcast. Come on.
that's the
Flair, go
thing.
grab that condenser mic from me
That's
real
the
quick.
thing, that this guy, Mark Madden's like, yo, Ric Flair gets drunk and he don't stick to the subject, and he wants to talk about sports, but he don't know any athletes. And
He
don't
sounds
know-
like he's on our show.
that ass, yo, he's talking about Will Smith when he's supposed to be talking about wrestling. It's
It's
crazy.
definitely almost in Lashley for me. You guys ever notice
Hey.
the oxymoron that is Bobby Lashley?
Is it a chat? He's like, where the fuck did that
Like,
go?
yo.
He's like almost at
There was no segue. You realize there's a podcast version
Damn
of
it,
this,
bro.
right? There needs to be.
we gonna get into WrestleMania. We gonna get into it.
We're saving the best for last, people.
Damn it.
You got some cream in your joints. You got
God damn it,
You got cream
damn
in
it.
his joints?
You know who else got cream in their joints?
Hey.
The Steiner brothers, baby.
Yo.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. How do you go from being banned to Hall of Fame? That's
Yo,
that's
you
like Texas
deserve
Chainsaw
it,
Massacre.
man.
When Braun
It was
Breaker does what he
banned,
does, that's
and then
how.
fucking cult classic.
Listen, when you know,
Word.
when your math is far superior than everybody else's,
He was a mathematical person.
You know
I'll
that
tell you
the
what.
mathematician in this tag team needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'll tell you what. If Braun Breaker was more Kurt Hennig than not Kurt Hennig, the son, Scott. No,
Braun Breaker was more Scott than Ray.
who?
Woo!
What's this motherfucker? Mr. Perfect son. What the fuck?
Oh.
Curtis
Damn.
Axel.
Curtis Axel.
Axel.
If he's more Curtis Axel than Braun Breaker, this motherfucker would still be banned from the Hall of Fame.
That's fair.
But because Braun Breaker is Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker's hot right now, the Steiner brothers
They
are in the Hall
need
of
to
Fame.
put this
You
to
heard that.
to help
you
Braun
heard
Breaker.
me here first.
Word.
The Steiner brothers are in the Hall of Yo, listen, they deserve
33.3% chance.
They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Michael
That is
McGillicuddy.
that motherfucker. Right? They deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but they would not be in the Hall of Fame if Braun Breaker was not as good as he is right now.
This shit about it.
For real, this motherfucker
Nah,
does
it's
long
true,
division.
bro. I think this definitely helps Braun Breaker. It's really mostly for Braun Breaker, but you gotta acknowledge the Steiner brothers. I can't believe it took this long though.
But you know why it took that long? Because didn't
The math didn't add up properly.
didn't something with
They were
Stephanie
they
happen?
checked it. They checked
Wasn't
it.
there something with Stephanie that happened too?
Nah, man, enough of Macho. I mean,
He gets all the freaks 9 days out of the week.
Scotty deserves a solo. I like that. Charlotte
I
Flair.
don't think Scotty gets a solo.
Michael McGillicuddy.
Sorry.
Jesus.
I thought he reinvented himself really nice as a solo player, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a Hall of Fame. Maybe, I mean, do you think the genetic freak Scott Steiner gets an induction as a solo act
I don't know.
ever? I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. I don't think so.
I think they definitely deserve it as a tag team.
Yeah.
That's a
Yo,
legacy right there.
let's heat things up, guys. Let's heat things up. It's a little.
You know, the beautiful thing about tag teams is that there's a partnership, there's an agreement, there's an understanding, right? And sometimes you would think like contracts are like that, but apparently they're not. And there's one Tony Khan that's upset about it.
All right.
MJF on podcast talking about like, listen, write the check.
Jay's a smart man.
Oh, he's very smart.
MJ,
Smart
but
man.
that's not something that he's never not said before.
Of course
he's,
not.
he's been said that.
This is
Right.
not new. This is not new. You knew what it was.
Yeah, what was
Keo.
it? First of all, hold up, and what up to everybody in the chat.
That's right. R16 right now. R16.
Big 15, 16.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get it. See from here.
What up, PCF?
Appreciate all of y'all,
That's
man.
right,
Appreciate
yo.
all of y'all, man.
Yo.
Everybody
Wrestling
tag
week.
me.
You just tuned
Scumbag.
into some of the most. That's right.
Some of the most.
Matthew.
That's right. Yeah. Some of the, well, that's right. Listen,
Bueno, my baby.
Tony Khan, MJF beefing because MJF saying, "Listen, I'm not gonna. It's not a done deal."
That's not. But that's
Tony
not
Khan,
what they're
you better
beefing
throw
about.
me some money.
That's
some
not what the
serious
beef was
dollar.
about.
No.
No, because he's been saying that. He's been saying he's gonna get money, and honestly, that's what he should be saying because
Right.
that's facts.
That's how you market
That's just
yourself.
facts.
Smart
Apparently,
booking.
he's like shoot mad because he's not making the money that he thinks he should be making. But quite frankly, that's how the market works. Like,
Yeah.
you come
the
in
contract.
as kind of like not a free agent, but you know, like
Yeah.
not as known.
Yeah.
AEW kind of gave you a platform. Now
Yeah.
you outgrew your contract. Now you get a new contract. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a be mad thing. Is that this is the business, and now you are about to see that.
Yeah, you. I mean,
You're about to get that check. Like, this is the bag. This is your rookie contract. Is not. You know what I mean? Like, Aaron Judge is playing his rookie contract.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Wait till
yeah.
he gets that check.
That's the thing, right? So
Get
like,
that cheddar.
right now, he's trying to negotiate that. That's what it is. And either side is not liking what they're hearing. So what he gonna do? He gonna talk about the E a little more. Because you know what? They're known to write big checks.
But what the heated exchange was about, DK, supposedly, allegedly, that shit out there. It was about just MJF not notifying central office about him doing
The bookings.
podcast.
Yeah.
Right? That he
Yeah.
found out about the podcast when the podcast came out and motherfuckers were talking about it.
Got it.
That was the thing. He's like, yo, but let me know that it's happening.
Right.
No, I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what the hell they talked about. But if that's the case, then I think that's pretty understandable. Like, hey, just give me a heads up.
And that is a thing. Like a little lifting up the curtain behind the curtain situation here.
You gotta get that shit approved.
Yo, like it's tough to get interviews a lot of times with talent in those type of corporations because you have to go through their team. So you know you can meet the person and befriend them at a convention, whatever the case may be, and you still can't. You got to go through the realms.
Booking agent or whoever.
So
they
it's
still
not
have.
an easy thing to do. So the fact that MJF agreed to it and it went through like that is interesting. Kudos to that podcast for nailing that interview
Big
in that
facts. Big
situation.
facts. Big
But
facts.
the fact of the matter is, like, him being on a podcast is just great for AEW. I think he's great on the mic. He's only raising his value, and the more value he has, like,
And
like
he's the one talent that keeps kayfabe alive, bro. He's always him.
Tony Khan cannot be mad anytime he's on the mic.
Of course not.
And anything that he says is only value. And I mean, he's gonna increase his own value.
Of course.
Bro, like, I don't understand. Like, if he got mad about anything other than that booking, like just not knowing about it, which is what the rumor is, then he's being absurd. Like,
Yeah.
Jeff just needs to do this shit. He needs to be out there. He's gonna raise his own value. He's gonna raise the value of AEW, vice versa.
And remember, this could be a work as well.
Hey, everything I don't put
More than
anything past
likely,
the work
right?
at this point with these guys, and at this stage of
You
where
still talking about Will
everybody's
Smith
at.
and Chris Rock?
But you said booking, and great that you brought up booking because
Booking T.
that's gonna segue us into Triple H and his status update on his booking.
Oh.
As of late, turns out Hunter admits he might have to take a step back in booking. He's retired from the in-ring activities, but if he's booking, his health isn't where it wants to be yet. And once that comes in, we will be seeing the Cerebral Assassin behind the curtain, I guess, doing things.
Yeah.
Yo, get well.
Get well, right.
Papi.
Let's give them a taste. They hot, chat is wild, chat is lit. They want to know. They want to talk about WrestleMania. Let's talk about, let's give them a little something, a little taste. Because there's a lot of rumors going around of what specifically will be closing out Saturday night 1 of WrestleMania. We know who's closing out the night 2 portion, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. Who's the first main event here, guys? Because a lot of people are expecting Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out.
That's what they're saying. That Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens are the main event for night 1. Now, as much as I want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin, I definitely do not want to see him in a match, which I think it's made indirectly clear that it's not a match.
Yeah.
It's not a match.
Right? Like, they're like, yo, it might be something, but it's not a match. It's a segment.
It's not a match.
Right.
So,
not a rapper.
If it's going to be a segment, it should not be the main event.
No.
Around the
This
Charlotte,
is not the main event.
I like where TJ's head's at, but I will challenge you with this. Vince McMahon on Raw,
Okay.
well, not even on Raw, on social media,
On social media.
gave Seth Rollins his WrestleMania match.
Oh, he did. Well, what is this match he booked?
A match where we will find out his opponent when he's in the ring. But so
That's
cleverly slid in there the fact that you deserve your own main event. Not just a regular match, a main event. Maybe that goes on last.
So, the question is, who?
Imagine
Who?
this, chat. You're there, night 1, Saturday. Amazing pay-per-view. Only one thing left to see. Seth Rollins and his mystery opponent. Walk with Elias. What? What'd I say? What'd I say? I got it. Yo, Mike the ref, you said I could say that. Wait, what the fuck?
TJ said then Stardust steam hit.
I got Mike the ref came on stream earlier and said, yo, if you booking that and you hit that bet, that parlay, put that shit in your parlay because you're going to come out a rich man with Elias coming out.
You know, all roads lead to the main event. Is that your guess? So you dead ass think it's gonna be Elias, or you
Wait,
just say talking
to
shit?
end the match or
To Rollins, against Rollins.
Cody, it's Cody.
You think it's Cody?
The real question is, will they use Cody's real AEW entrance theme?
You think it's Cody, huh?
El Torito.
Danny's mentioning Shane McMahon.
Don't even put that shit in
Yo,
existence.
no,
Shane
go ahead. Who do you
McMahon.
think it is? Who do you think
Cody's.
it is?
It's Cody's.
Why?
It's
Why
Cody
must
because-
it be Cody?
Because he's the only viable big name to give Seth right now that's just signed with the E.
Depends who you ask. Cody, what has confirmed that he signed
Chris
with
Jericho on this podcast.
Oh, he did say he's going to WWE.
No, when he said he's already in WWE. He's already
It's a
in
done
WWE.
deal.
It's a done deal. That ink is dried.
I have a feeling you're gonna be really let down right now.
So what do you think it is?
Here comes the money.
So Shane McMahon
Here we go.
has been
Here comes the
paired
money.
with Seth, right?
Royal Rumble.
Right. Talk to me.
Shane McMahon was tasked with booking the event, and that's why he was one of the last 4 or 5. He booked himself really strongly. He went into a striking match with Matthew Riddle. Apparently, he stroked some egos the wrong way backstage, and he was let go of his booking duties because left kind of a sour taste. At least that was what allegedly was said.
Allegedly.
That being part of the plan, also discussed was he was going to start some beef with Seth Rollins to go to a main event at WrestleMania. Oh, well, Shane McMahon got left out. He didn't go to Elimination Chamber like it was also supposed to happen, blah, 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 blah. Guess what can still happen?
Shane
A
McMahon.
random ass Shane McMahon match where everybody is expecting Cody Rhodes. WWE has used Cody Rhodes in the selling of potential shit that can happen in WWE. Has Corey Graves not said things like dashing? Right? Like he's made those kinds of comments. Bro, like this is a thing that is a reoccurring way to stoke the fire of interest for an event. And that leads me to another point. how desperately the WWE is using non-WWE talent to stoke the flames of interest for WrestleMania. Because to Danny's point, I believe it was Danny, previously, or maybe TJ, I don't know, one of you motherfuckers said it.
PCF saying Torito.
But WrestleMania just ain't hitting the same. It don't hit different like WWE 2K22. By the way, how's that going? That's lit.
It's lit. It's
Yo,
lit.
fuck
it's
WWE 2K22.
2K22, and shout outs to
I say fuck it.
our Heel
You know what?
Life Wrestling promotion. Check us out on the streams when we not doing this.
You know why I
Wednesday
say
night
fuck
Hey,
it?
shout out to Matthew.
You know why I say
with the sub.
You know why I say
Matthew claimed AJ Styles, so
You know why
my
I say
man could just do a lot more things.
Do you know why I say
What did he
screw
say?
WWE 2K? Because
It's not
apparently I
Supercard.
purchased I downloaded the PS4 version.
You a dumb bitch. Why were you yelling at them?
And they can't do shit about it. I have to buy the game again to
Oh,
get the PS5
yeah,
version.
well, come on, man.
That's stupid.
Why'd you buy the PS4 version though?
It was the fucking option.
You
Damn,
fucked
bro.
up.
You know how it comes out like next to each other? or
You
whatever?
got slapped by Will Smith.
I
botched
didn't realize
it,
it until
He
afterwards.
botched it like a cameraman on NXT this week. We're gonna get to that
You know when you lifted, sometimes things happen, bro.
later. We gonna get to that later.
Hey.
So now AEW is reportedly getting interest in a lot of
JP can't read.
Not when I'm lifted.
Our next news segment has been confirmed tonight. If you watched AEW Dynamite, rumor had it that they were interested in a former superstar. Her name was Toni Storm, and she just debuted tonight on Dynamite. What a hell of a debut, guys! What'd you think?
Was it?
I think so. I feel like it's getting so crowded in AEW, but like they make it work. They make it work somehow.
There are a lot of
I
people.
can't complain yet.
Not yet.
I think that I think this is a good thing.
The
You're
pastime.
You're not seeing the same jobbers get beat up all the time, right? They have a crazy roster of jobbers. Somebody said this online today, and I was like, yeah, but that's not a bad thing, right? You see, like, these talent, they're not taking 30 L's. They're not Brooklyn Brawlering motherfuckers.
Right.
So they take an L here and there on Wednesday nights, and then they could go to Dark Elevation and split a series, right? They could do 4 matches, right? 2 and 2. All right, so now their record is like 3 and 2. Right. All right. You know what I mean? Like, they're still a legitimate contender. Whereas you go to the other companies and you see motherfuckers get squashed for weeks and then win a title.
Word.
And then you're like, what matters? Like,
Dolph Ziggler.
oh well.
It's gonna be a banger this weekend.
Do you
will.
feel
It'll
like
be a
Dolph
banger.
Ziggler has elevated the
Yes,
NXT
sure.
title?
No, I don't think elevate. I think he's been at this pace the whole time. I
think, you know, a lot of people looked at the move, him going to NXT, and be like, what the fuck is that about?
I thought it was great.
But I thought,
I think it's great.
I
I think it's-
agree.
yeah.
It's an opportunity for him to flex his wings a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The peacock got to stroke his feathers, right? And I think NXT is the perfect place for that. Especially, one of the things that he does the best is to fucking sell, right? And well, who better to put over talent? Like said Braun Breaker, than Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, it's gonna be a match to see. And this new, like, I love, like, if you looked at any of the promo, he's like, Braun Breaker, like, went to, like, a podcast. I'm over here doing interviews on TV, this and that for this match. I'm elevating NXT. NXT 2.0 is Ziggler, Ziggs 2.0 or some shit like that. DZ 2.0, some shit like that.
That's the G.I. Jane of
And it
punchline.
makes sense. It makes sense. And he looks good. I just wonder to when, right?
Right.
To when.
Right. We'll see. That'll come up. Manny 30-man battle royal. Andre the Giant battle memorial. Royal
right.
memorial.
Okay.
Huh? Words. Night 1 or 2. I heard it's on SmackDown. I heard it's not even gonna be at Mania.
Wow.
I heard. I could be wrong.
I mean, we all know Almost is winning, you know?
But it almost got Lashley. this
Yeah,
week.
but that's one night, right?
Oh, you think maybe he'll do it?
If it's SmackDown, he's
we'll
like,
see.
yeah.
TJ's real name is Tony Storm.
I could be wrong
with
though,
a
man.
Y.
I could be wrong. You guys ever notice how Lashley's
Only when it's
name
cold.
is an oxymoron?
What?
Like, why do they call him Lashley?
Oh.
Well, actually,
I
no.
mean, he doesn't
I'm
have
wrong. I'm thinking
eyebrows.
It's eyebrows, not lashes.
He has
Right,
lashes.
I fucked that up. But he has
But yo,
no
have you
eyebrows.
not learned
I
about
know,
not making
that's
fun of
crazy.
alopecia yet?
Does he have alopecia?
I don't know. There's no brows there.
It's I guess Lashley come in here and smack me and shit.
Shit. Nah, but yo, one thing I will say, and you know, they mentioned about that match, Lashley versus Omos. Are you excited for that match? You know what? I was not mad. How they booked this last minute shit. But yo,
all of
you saw
WrestleMania has
something.
felt that
Two
way.
things. You never seen Lashley manhandle like that. Like
Right.
he grabbed his head with one hand and shit.
Right.
I've never seen Lashley look so small.
In the same breath, Lashley knocked him down for the first time too.
Right.
So there's a couple things that
And
you could both.
It made him
both
look
sides
even
can-
better,
yeah.
right? It legitimized Omos. And they both like, fuck it, we're gonna take care of it at WrestleMania. Yo, I'm great with that. Remember, we were big supporters of when Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan were going on social media like, yo, why don't we make this happen at WrestleMania? Let's
Right.
have a match to put a banger on and be the best match on the card. And that shit never got put on, bro.
Almost has a history of surprising us.
He does.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
I was surprised when he opened
if
up
don't
his
surprise
mouth
us.
too.
That's
But-
what he said. Yeah.
But nah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I just don't know. I just hope it ends in a way where both men look good, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of looked like a Bobby Lashley babyface push. didn't it?
I don't want Bobby, like Bobby Lashley goes on these runs, like these Samoa Joe runs,
Yeah.
and then kind of like disappears.
Yeah.
And I hope that that's not what happens where he just takes this L to,
just goes away.
push up almost, and then he kind of just goes back to
Nah,
back
I think
of the line.
well, he just had a title run. Let's be honest. He just got a title
But
run.
that's
So
the
it's
thing. He
gonna-
just
he's
had a
gonna have to
title
fall
run
back a little bit.
and that's kind of like it goes back to WWE booking every single time. Where like, yo, he just had a title run. Like this is the kind of guy that should be at the top of your roster. And quite frankly, like almost, he should be fighting in the mid card. He should be flinging around like intercontinental champs. He should be running through workhorse titles.
Well, we'll
he
get
should
there.
be
We'll
building
get
from
there.
the bottom, not with like Lashley was too recent of a champ,
Yeah.
and the roster is too thin
Yeah.
to just.
I
Like
see
what
you're
are you
saying. I
doing?
see
So
what you're saying.
now who after Lashley?
Now what?
Now what? Now
Yeah.
he's got to be
You gotta
in
get
the
him a title shot
conversation.
somewhere. Send him to SmackDown, get that IC title from whoever the fuck Ricochet got it.
Yeah,
Ricochet
has it
almost.
right now,
Yeah.
You gotta watch out what happens with that title.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it might be interesting.
Yeah, it might wipe it down with a
Interesting is
Lysol.
a good word. What's interesting is Seth Rollins' take on AEW guys
lame.
and their way of referencing WWE. What do you mean lame?
Lame. That's corny as hell.
What he
Like,
said or what they're
what
doing?
he said.
Yeah, the
Oh,
tacky-
that it reeks of tackiness.
desperation.
It reeks of desperation. We're like, where are we?
What are we talking about?
His suits reek of desperation.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like
She's not ratchet. I mean, his suits are not tacky.
exactly. TJ didn't even know Ricochet was the IC champ.
That's how exciting it's been to run.
It's fucking exciting. Take your IC champ and
It's exhilarating.
and enjoy this WrestleMania. Damn it.
Yo, the best thing on Raw was
Who's
that
the
two people
US
got
champ?
two people got engaged.
Finn Balor. Look at that, bro. Two people got
Nice
engaged.
things. Nice things.
Bro,
yeah, right.
look.
Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin. And it reminded us that since he's turned into Happy Corbin, he has not lost until yesterday. Or
Seth
Monday.
Rollins saying that AEW WWE references are tacky and reek of desperation is so short-sighted and ridiculous, and it kind of fits with Seth Rollins'
Exactly.
character.
exactly.
So what are we talking? Right, it goes back to the MJF thing.
Right.
Like MJF is gonna do MJF things.
And-
Seth Rollins is gonna do Seth Rollins things. And you know what? He's talked about in podcasts before things similar in nature to how he feels about AEW, of them being like just subpar and insignificant and tacky and desperate and all that shit. Right? He talked about Moxley and
Yeah.
taking food for. Shut up, man.
You know what? You know
You
what
know
he's
what I
doing, bro?
He's being corny as hell. He's being Will Smith.
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. If he was being Will Smith, he would say,
Keep my wife's name.
Keep
keep Becky out the
WWE's
fucking name. Nah. What he's doing is planting seeds, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull out those receipts later. It's like, yo, AEW was good. If he's mentioning Moxley, bro,
Danny,
he's
you're not
doing
looking
what's best for
forward?
business.
Danny's not looking forward to McIntyre and Happy Corbin.
It sounds like
Nobody
Chad's really not having it. Let's get there. Let's go ahead and let's talk to you about the week. Let's let you prep at least, right? Because we got
Oh,
More
what
than
about
just WrestleMania, right?
what about Tegan Knox? Did you talk about Tegan Knox?
I did not talk about Tegan Knox. You want to
Fuck her.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. What about Tegan Knox?
I have no idea about Tegan Knox. I think she's a hell of a wrestler.
Is she
Hell of an
no?
athlete.
Because there were rumors that like she might get repicked up by WWE and not, but she's a free agent now officially. So
And
where
she,
you want to
she
see
changed
her?
her look a little bit too. I think recently I saw on Instagram. I mean, I feel like everybody's going to AEW, bro. That's all that's happening.
If it's not AEW, I haven't seen nobody go to Impact.
Word,
So
word.
yeah, I
You
think
do Impact,
AEW's
Mickey
getting
James
everybody.
doing good work. Tasha Steelz. Right?
That's why I
Champ.
say like it's getting crowded.
We
man.
keep talking about AEW, and I think this is a point that we kind of missed before with the Tony Khan. And I guess like it's kind of, I'm gonna throw it out there as a bump, like impromptu, real quick.
Okay.
Tony Khan has been like really painted as a lovely character, you know, supportive of talent, very positive. And
Not racist.
wow. Big Spo would feel differently about that. But just generally, just good, great to work with. Until when? He's already like butting heads with MJF. He did the big swole thing. You know what I mean? Like, when do we see that real life
I think time
Tony
will tell.
Khan heel turn? He's starting to take creative control. He's the only booker.
But wait,
So
are
you
you
think- wait,
predicting?
not starting
Are you
to, but-
predicting a new Vince?
No.
I think that's the direction that it will head in eventually.
I don't think he could pull off a new Vince.
I don't
I
wanna
think he
see
could do
that.
an Eric Bischoff though.
How do you
Yeah, worse.
how do you defer the two?
What do you mean?
Like
Eric Bischoff didn't have the money that
they both
Tony
did the
Khan
same
has.
thing though. They both became active wrestlers with storylines and became heels.
So
No,
I don't
I don't
think
think Tony
difference is-
Khan's not gonna wrestle.
The
No,
difference
if
was
not wrestle, but still come out as a character,
but
right?
but the difference was right. Eric Bischoff brought a faction to the table, right? He was the manager for the NWO
Right.
essentially, right?
Right.
Or if you want to say, oh boy, fucking Rick Rude was the
Right,
manager
you gotta do
initially,
all that?
Right.
Yeah,
But-
do all that.
But yes, I did.
That's the real life
Um,
emoji.
A real life movie.
It's a flavor enhancer.
But the thing is, he could be that. He could learn martial arts to just like Eric Bischoff did to legitimize his toughness. But he has his henchmen
Nah,
do all his
man.
legwork, right?
Tony Khan's got
But
be
to
chicken
be
shit.
Vince, he's gotta run shit. And you know what?
But
Though?
I don't mean that in storyline though. I think in real life.
In
Oh, real life.
Yeah. I'm talking about a real
course.
life aspect. Of
And
it.
guess what? There's people that don't like to work with Vince, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
and
people
still
don't
number
like to
one.
work with Vince, particularly people that no longer work with Vince.
And guess what? He's still number one, right?
Still number one, Vince.
Still number one.
Still number one.
Wow.
Yo, don't
He ain't lying.
don't pull the middle finger to flip the bird to my future boss. You know what I'm saying?
Vince, I know
The
he's
man
talking.
cut the checks.
He watches every week.
Come on now.
What do I
We've
say?
discussed this. We've
Secure the
discussed
bag.
Secure the fucking
Wow,
bag.
devilish. Weak WrestleManias just make me glad that there's so many alternatives
Woo!
out
That's I think the greatest point that anyone can make about AEW.
Welcome to Wrestle
Is
Week
that-
2022, baby.
and Wrestle Week 2022. Isn't that a hell of a segment? Segue for this segment, right? Because what we
All of
see,
those words.
WrestleMania, and here's why WrestleMania is too big to fail. There was a conversation on Twitter today about how WWE was a sinking ship, and I mean it's about wording and phrasing, right? WWE is not a sinking ship.
No,
let's
they're
be
floating
honest.
afloat.
They are a $1 billion company.
With tiggle bitties that can float.
Tig old biddies financially. Them got big bags
Yep,
of
yep.
money.
Yep,
They
yep.
making it. They broke all the records and they got all the money and they were there. This is the highest grossing company the most highest grossing company
fucking
they've ever been.
gross.
It's gross. It's disgusting how
It's
much money they
fucking
make.
gross.
And they are too big to fail. And that is the problem. They're too big to fail.
When you're
You
too
know-
big to fail, there's no innovation.
Do you notice
I can smell that.
ratings are as low as they've ever been? Right? Yeah. However, everyone's as
high.
happy with these numbers as they've ever been. They're producing dollars. They're making money, despite the fact that people are not tuning in like they used to.
My trepidation with this weekend though is that this is the first Mania during COVID that people are actually gonna be there, not
Second.
wearing masks. You know what I mean? Like comfortable. I know last year, but this is the first one that people are gonna be comfortable being in the crowd.
Yeah, because last year people were still nervous.
You
You
know
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying?
Like
Everybody
there was
was still
still
wearing masks and
COVID. I
shit.
think
This
it's gonna
gonna
be
be-
max capacity. We're gonna go
Right,
106,000
exactly, right?
people.
And we're saying that this WrestleMania has a potential to be worse than the first WrestleMania in COVID with no fans.
Card
Because
wise,
of the way the card looks.
Because I can't remember per se how confident I was in last year's card going in with that whole situation on top of that.
Word.
But I'm not gonna say that I was disappointed too much.
I just don't know. But my thing is, if the card is not that strong, why 2 nights?
Because
that's not gonna change. That financially won't change because of the money that was made.
What
and money's gonna
statistics say?
Yeah.
Make the most amount of bucks.
But to Dev's point, Mischief, you got a lineup you can share with you got ready for them, right? Of pretty much what he's talking about here tonight, because we got GCW on the card, MLW
we got
putting
so
on
much
shows, AEW with /ROH, baby. I am so fucking hyped for Supercard of Honor. It is like the fucking the best non-WWE show, one of the best non-WWE shows that are gonna be on this week. Ring of Honor is always a banger to check out.
But starting tomorrow, right?
Starting tomorrow, check out the Bad Guys, because we're gonna be helping y'all catch all the action.
That's what we do.
From Dallas.
We're for the people.
Straight up. TJ, do me a favor, yo. Hit me with that Discord link, bro. Put people on. We got chat right now trying to join up. Stick around tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. We're gonna be shooting some ish for you straight from Dallas. And you're gonna be getting that content straight to your dome, baby.
That's what she said.
You already should know. That's what Jada said.
Oh.
Listen, thank you for that, TJ. I appreciate that. Join our Discord. Stay in tune with what the Bad Guys are pulling off, because y'all going to be entertained and y'all going to
jump
love
on the Discord soon.
For sure.
We're about to be giving you some content on the Discord.
You already should know.
Yo, but at noon, we started all off at noon tomorrow, right? This
Pretty
is
much.
WrestleMania weekend,
Pretty
right?
much, yep.
Right?
And we're missing a lot. Like, this is a lot of just like some of the bigger events, but there's a whole shit ton of just like nonstop
check your local
action.
indie favorite promotions too, because they're probably out there in Dallas.
Yeah, everybody's out there in Dallas. But the fact of the matter is that we have so many alternatives. WWE didn't stop fucking around. They're gonna start losing to these guys, to things that are much more attainable, much more like achievable financially, right? People could go to these shows. People, as long as people are aware of this, because let's be honest, like before, when I was in high school and shit, like I didn't know you go to indie shows.
Right.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We didn't know that was a thing back then.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I didn't even know wrestling school was a thing. And like I mean, hey, whatever. I was outside the
in our
circle,
own
man.
hometown. We didn't know about Ace Wrestling
Shout outs
until
to AJ Lee.
right before Ace Wrestling shut down.
Right. We found out like the week before.
Yeah,
we closed it down.
It was great. Remember that little bar in the corner?
That shit was lit.
That shit was lit.
yo.
As weird lit.
It was lit. That was
They're giving out
crazy.
coins. I was like, what's going on here?
That shit, they had tokens for girls. Yo, look, the fact of the matter is, this is alternatives. It was alternatives all
Options.
around.
So many activities.
So many activities, and WrestleMania week, and it goes back to like
Buckets of
WWE cannot fail, right? WWE goes to a town. Number one, I think it was projected to bring in $200 million to the city of Dallas.
That's gross.
Right? Number two, hello, all of wrestling is in Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's.
It's
hustling.
a
I love
monumental
personally.
weekend.
I love the grind. Everybody's grinding. Everybody's getting their shit in. Everybody's putting in work,
Yeah.
man. Everybody's getting the shine.
It's
The
the
next
weekend
week
to
and a half
shine.
is crazy.
Yeah.
With
How
the
good.
wrestling right
Bro, you look at the times on this list that events are airing. I know in the past there's been events at 4 a.m. Have there not?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Insane.
And we getting the Hall of Fame on Friday.
Well, I
Right?
think Joey Janela's Spring Break part 2 is like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm staying
something
up for
like
that.
that,
I'm staying up for that. I'm gonna be up late. Check. You can catch
Glory
up the
Hole.
Villains, too.
I
We
mean,
gonna be out
Glory
there
Pro
with that.
Wrestling.
Yo, this motherfucker said Glory Hole.
Glory Hole.
That's a
Wrestling
different
is
kind of
not-
wrestling.
It's not
You
marketed.
got a Bloodsport 8.
Bloodsport.
Shout
Bloodsport.
out
That's
to
worth
Josh
a watch
Barnett.
right
Josh
there.
Barnett puts on a show every fucking year. We were there last time. He was in AC. Not the last time, a couple
Yo.
times ago, and we saw a couple good bangers, including Karrion Cross.
Word.
Oh, that was when he
and
challenged
Davey Boy.
Batista.
Batista,
yeah.
he challenged
Davey
him after,
Boy.
yeah.
Mox was supposed to be there. That's the reason we got the tickets.
That's what I
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah.
And then he couldn't.
Yo, LA Fights versus JCW.
Shout outs to
Word.
Black Label Pro, gonna be doing some stuff too on the
Gringo
3rd.
Loco.
Black Label, talk to me.
Effie's Big Gay Brunch.
Yo, that's
Yo,
always a banger.
That
That's
was always a good time.
Always
That's a good
Is that
time.
the one? Is that
Janela's
gonna
a
be?
good time.
That's in Dallas too, right?
Yeah, everything's Dallas, baby. Everything's Dallas.
Everything is. I'm telling
Mission
you.
Pro
all of-
Wrestling. Thunder Rosa, your
wrestling is in
AEW
Dallas.
champion, women's champion. Her
Missionary
promotion's doing something.
And this is just the stuff we're listing for you here that may or may not be streamed for you. There's a ton of other promotions doing a ton of
Check
other
out
work.
IWTV. Check out Fight TV.
Yes,
Even if it's
IWTV.
local, folks, check in your hometowns and your counties because even home talent companies are putting on shows.
Yo,
TJ, I bet
we
there's
gotta put
something
on a
in
show.
July.
Remember, this is a Super Bowl of wrestling
Give
right
us
now,
dates,
guys.
yo. Give us dates.
Super Bowl of
That's
wrestling.
He's
what
coming.
they got.
He's coming in July. He told me.
Okay.
But I'm sure we're gonna have some shows popping.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
for sure.
There's
Definitely
no
go to show
reason.
We're
together.
gonna
for
take
sure.
care of TJ. That's right. TJ pulling up to
That's
chill with the
right.
bad guys.
That's right.
My fucking guy TJ Mod in the house coming through, pulling up. I appreciate you, TJ. You gonna have a hell of a time out here.
So you mentioned the weekend starts with the Hall of Fame, but sir, good sir, you're forgetting one thing.
What's right now?
They've announced
Blue Chew?
Luchu.
WrestleMania SmackDown.
Ooh.
Which is ridiculous.
Smack.
So are they done, like tripling up now? Like what are we doing?
Nah, they're just trying
Nah.
to put WrestleMania on as many things as
Well, you know what
I
happens when
wish
you get a
WrestleMania
matinee
Backlash.
now. When you put NXT as a fucking matinee.
So let's talk about that. NXT matinee. I would have much rather had a 10 o'clock SmackDown. I mean, a 10 o'clock Stand and Deliver
Friday?
on Friday than a matinee.
Damn,
for
you talking
WrestleMania.
10 o'clock. You finishing at 1.
Remember, bro,
12
but
o'clock, 1
Rampage is WrestleMania weekend, right?
You're gonna
Rampage-
miss a crowd for Rampage too, because
An hour.
that first
You think-
hour,
you
they're not
think-
gonna switch back
You
after
think
that hour.
WWE?
Maybe.
Hold on. What you just said is of great implication right now. You just said that you think WWE, the powerhouse, really made a decision to put NXT Saturday afternoon because of AEW
of Velocity
show.
hours. Because of their pre-show, you said?
B
B
show.
show? Oh, no.
You are out of your mind.
No, I'm saying if you put on NXT at 10 o'clock, you're losing an hour of viewers to Rampage automatically.
Yeah, you big dumb bitch. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. That's the words I said.
But then guess what happens after Rampage is over? They go to watch the live shit.
Not
Do you
everybody. I
really
don't think
think?
so. I
Hold
don't
on,
think-
hold
I
on,
don't
hold
think
on. So
everybody-
you
It's a
think that
Friday.
WWE respects AEW enough to make a whole ass decision
They wouldn't, that's why
about
they
their
didn't do it.
NXT pay per view, their NXT WrestleMania, DK,
They're developmental.
their developmental WrestleMania is just mania or wrestling.
Like, think about it, yo.
He's
WrestleMania.
giving it no respect, putting it on the matinee. The way
He's
he
giving
did.
NXT
Yeah,
no respect.
Exactly.
And giving Rampage a lot.
Uh,
You don't think so? He say, if according to what you're saying
I
that
don't
he's
think-
not putting WWE
No,
or NXT
no.
on Rampage hours because of people not watching because of Rampage.
I don't even think that was a thing. I'm saying hypothetically, he wouldn't do it because that would be a thing.
what that you think we return
Yeah.
to the same spot.
Yeah.
Those
I'm not
are
saying that's
velocity
why it's
hours.
happening, but I'm saying it would be a thing. I wouldn't. Why would you do that?
Bro, Vince
You
doesn't
think,
care.
you think Vince looks at
Oh
Rampage
well, I don't
that
think
way?
Vince would care. I mean,
Oh.
but I'm saying it's not smart to do.
Do you really think that Rampage is what 400,000 viewers put a dent in NXT pay-per-views?
NXT 2.0, yeah.
Wow, that's
Nah.
interesting.
NXT 2.0.
The only reason it's not on Friday is because SmackDown's
nobody
on Friday.
watches NXT like they used to. They got a big.
Well, when you make the
big
changes
dropping.
you make,
I
you
think-
change the days.
Regardless of the fact, they don't. They
And-
just
and
don't watch.
remember-
They just don't watch.
And remember
them.
now, with having a 2-night WrestleMania, it's not like you can have a takeover on a Saturday night, which was what you got
Yeah,
before.
yeah, but I just feel like any AEW show could put on a fight with any NXT show, no matter
Wow,
what.
even
Wow.
an
Even a
NXT
pay-per-view.
WrestleMania
Even-
weekend
Wow.
pay-per-view.
I don't feel like
Us-
an NXT weekend
Wow,
pay-per-view.
wow.
I
build.
think
I
don't
can't
think
agree to that narrative.
Yeah.
I
See,
can't.
I like that you use that word. I think they learned a lot from EC3. Right? They're controlling their narrative, and the narrative is that NXT is developmental. And if you're developmental, you're on Saturday matinee. You're the warm up. You're the pre-show.
And
You're the
wonder why Hunter had a
pre-show.
cardiac arrest.
You're the pre-show before the break, before the real show. That's what you are because you're developmental. Motherfuckers are watching
That's what I'm,
warm-ups.
but that's what I'm
essentially.
saying. Like,
This is glorified warm-ups. This is glorified batting practice, shoot around. This is the field goal kicking before the Super Bowl. That's what you're watching.
And if you have that lack of respect for your NXT, you wouldn't put it up against anything AEW because they're
That's
gonna whoop your
embarrassing.
ass. You have
they're
no
not gonna
faith
whoop
in
your ass.
anything NXT versus AEW. That's what Vince told me when they took
NXT
the reins away from Triple H.
Is NXT getting higher ratings than
No.
Rampage right now?
Well, I don't know about Rampage, but AEW, no. Not Dynamite.
A live
Sure.
show is not getting higher ratings than
I think Impact's
1
live
hour
shows are
pre-show?
getting more ratings.
Nah, I don't.
And shout out to
that.
Impact shows for still doing the same amount of viewers pre and post pandemic.
Yo, Mac, for real, take his shit, right? No more. Cut his tab. This motherfucker's crazy.
Esa boca developmental.
Not no more. That motherfucker. That mouth is
I
main
think TK 's
roster,
gonna
baby.
use ROH.
So is
that
Yes,
mouth is on-
TJ. Yes, TJ is gonna use. ROH is definitely AEW's NXT.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a development.
Yes.
Impact will survive on nuclear pocket.
So,
Yo, they don't die.
true.
Sure.
They don't die. They
Yo,
just
die.
change forms.
they're like zombies. They're like zombies. Yo, but speaking of
Like
zombies,
cockroach.
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Is this gonna happen on WrestleMania SmackDown?
I don't have no idea. I have no idea. I heard it could be. It could
Because
happen.
either
on
that or
SmackDown.
one of the pre-shows, right? Is there a pre-show on Sunday night?
I don't really care, to be honest. No Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner has ever done anything for me.
I feel like the WWE does a terrible job of doing Battle Royals. Like good at Royal Rumbles, but Battle Royals are terrible. Do you not agree?
Yeah. I can't think
I
of a
think
battle
the
The
royal that I've
Casino
been
Battle
wanting.
Royal has been better than any Andre the Giant.
I think we
fucking
could
Battle
play a
Royal.
game. And WWE is bad at blank.
Oh, okay.
Chat, fill in the
Because
blanks.
quite frankly, like battle royals are not the only thing they are not good at.
No. They're not good at providing insurance for wrestlers.
Covering up murders.
No, they're good at that.
Oh, all right, yeah, word. That's fair.
That's
Chat,
crazy.
let's send you off. Let's begin your.
mid cards.
Let's get you started off properly with the HPC of the week,
Oh, that's what we
WrestleMania week, Pro Wrestling week. I like to mention my pop of the week. No, my chair shot of the week. My bad. I like to say pop because I also did pop, but for a different reason. Chair shot of the week goes to the cameraman over at NXT 2.0.
GG.
Botching the pin of Nikita Lyon over
Yeah.
whoever she fought that night. I don't know what.
Motherfuckers are mad
Well,
horny, bro.
Sloan, baby.
But no,
Notorious
yeah.
Mimi.
Notorious Mimi from
Monster
from
Factory's own,
baby. Getting
Jersey.
her time, getting her shine.
It's
If
crazy,
you know,
bro.
you know that it's crazy how people just come up and they progress, man. It's great to see people getting their shit in, man. I love it. What y'all got, man?
You mad horny,
Oh,
bro.
but wait, with
Yeah.
cameraman?
Yeah. You didn't even talk about Nikita Lyons' split,
I will say, Mandy, her outfit was sensational.
Oh, stupendous!
Her outfit was scintillating.
Yo, I gotta say
You
this.
saw the thong?
Listen, say what you want about NXT. They got some attractive individuals on
Oh, yeah.
NXT.
Yes,
For
they
sure,
do.
for sure.
More so than the main
That
roster.
Cameron Grimes
and
must
not for
work
nothing,
out.
Not for nothing, though.
Cameron
Not for
Grimes probably
nothing.
the worst example.
If
of
you- Yo, that worked. It worked. But not for nothing. You saw
Literally everyone
Dynamite
else.
today with the Undisputed Elite.
Yeah.
That's what I see with Toxic Attraction, yo. In the women's division.
Well, they
of
got all the
NXT.
straps. They
Yeah, all the
won
straps.
all their
That's what
straps.
she
They didn't even
said.
steal it. They
Gigi
won.
is a superstar.
GG is her shit.
Mandy Rose has looked better than she ever has. Oof. Right? Like, that's a nice little faction there, and they're killing it right now.
Chat, give me
motherfuckers
your
are horny.
HPCs of the week, man. Heel pop or chair shot of this week, man. Because I think Will Smith got heel of the week. It's fair to
Will
say.
Smith? Nah, you know the heel of the week, the security
Chair
at the
shot.
Oscars.
They got chair shots all around. Shit.
They
Nah,
get
Will
chair
Smith
shots.
a
Will gets
chair
the
shot.
heel.
No, the heel of the week is Jada, bro.
Yeah. She
Jada.
can share
Nah,
some of
man,
that.
fuck that. The heel of the week is WWE's short-sightedness to this WrestleMania build. Listen,
What are you mad at most?
all of it, because WWE, they did a good job with Brock, and I think
it's the
Roman.
best main event in some years
that's
now. Before Danny was upset that how many times we've seen this. Yeah, how many times you've seen it, but you're not gonna. You will
Not
not
like this.
You
This
have
is
not
different.
seen the
Not
one
like
where
this.
Reigns beats him fair and square. And that's this one.
Yo,
I
we got
promise you.
we got two titles on the line. We got the
Promise.
most interesting Brock we've ever gotten. A Heyman-less Brock. We got Heyman on the other side with somebody that like Roman Reigns is really coming into his own.
Right.
That whole God level shit is real talk.
Real talk.
Yo, how
Real
nice is he
talk.
on the mic right now?
Yeah.
And it's not like lines, it's delivery.
Yeah.
It's delivery. Right now, honestly, he could cut a Suffering Succotash promo and kill it.
Kill it, yeah.
And be like, that's the difference.
He's at his
Give him
peak.
the fucking Jack and the Beanstalk today.
Yeah.
Give him that Jack and the Beanstalk promo,
Yo,
bro.
son. Well, he was like, yo, you what me again, and I'm going to come outside and smash all y'all.
And Austin.
All the promos leading up to this where he's like, this is my ring and my cameraman. Roman Reigns has been killing it. Brock Lesnar has been so good. And it's a damn shame that when we talk about this WrestleMania, it's mostly negative. It's mostly lackluster. It's mostly like, damn, like we're missing sauce. And the one thing that people are kind of sort of hyped about is Cody Rhodes. A non-WWE product. A thing that's really a passion project. A real personal kind of narcissist kind of like, yo, I gotta fulfill my destiny. It's to be the guy. Because isn't that what Cody Rhodes is, right? He's the guy. Undeniable. Right? From undesirable to undeniable. And he needs to show that he is the prom queen. He needs to show that he's the belle of the ball. He is the bride this time. He wants to show that he is a headliner. And I think that's important to him. On a very selfish, and I ain't mad at it. Yeah. You measure your success by however you wish to do so. But he needs to show, I think, to himself and to his dad, I think, in his own mind. I don't think he needs to. He did everything he needed to do in AEW, in my opinion, and he could have kept doing it. But I think for himself, he needed to see that he could be the guy in WWE.
That makes a lot of sense. Mind you, he's the one that everybody booed in AEW, and everybody's still hyped for him in WWE.
And also,
exactly.
And also remember, this is a man that was groomed through the E, right? And he hit a standstill because he's been there so long. Went around the world, and helped develop a company, and now he's coming back home
to the place he wasn't a main eventer at when he left.
It's a circle.
It's a circle, but he needed to show himself that he could increase his stock. 100%. I think the undesirable to undeniable thing is a real like psychological like, hey man, I gotta do this shit. And yo, I'm all for it because you know what, that shit is real.
Yeah.
You want to show your boss. Like how often, right? How often have you been in a place where you're not happy at? You're working your job, you're making your paycheck, but you ain't happy about it. You don't like your boss. You ain't in a position to really do anything about it. But here you are taking shit. You're Stardust, for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you could be more. But you're not given that opportunity. Yo, this happens to a lot of people at work.
100%.
Here he is, yo. He's just another dude going through the same shit. We all want, storylines to be more personal. How much more personal than that can it get? It's Dusty in a polka dot suit. You know what I'm saying? Like you put in a weird position by your boss, and yo, he got the cake, so you doing what he need you to do.
Yo, what is it with Vincent putting Rhodes in tough positions?
Because yo, he wants to punish motherfuckers, and like that time is done. He left. He increased his value, and I think he needs to come back and be like, bitch.
Look at my shit. Look at my
and
money.
not for
Look
nothing.
at my gold.
He need to swing it. He need to go by and swing it. You know
Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins match. I'm here for it. That would be an entertaining match.
But give us the Kingdom theme song. That's all I ask. Congratulations to chat. 100 messages today. Appreciate y'all.
TJ, I kind of love the pause moments.
The pause.
He said him smashing everybody. I love that. I like, yo, that ass. I think that is.
He's grown.
So dope that he says that, and it's like that whole. It's way better than Isaiah Cassidy. Isaiah Cassidy be saying that like he
getting smashed tonight.
He getting smashed in his ass and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he said some shit like that.
That's a lot.
I mean,
it's a lot.
That's sad.
His ass pounded.
Oh wow.
So he says, "Damn, we got our ass pounded."
Oh wow, that's a lot.
I'd rather
Big E has said that too.
Maybe he's just being honest.
Big E said he was gonna build a condominium on that ass. He's gonna do construction up in that ass, and that's a whole nother situation. But as far as ass puns go, Smash is probably way better than getting your ass pounded.
That might be a lot, and just maybe a little bit too much for us tonight. So that's all the damn time we had for you folks this week. I don't care where you got your fix from, but I know you're gonna get it here: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. The Bad Guys got your fix all week. Starting tomorrow, check us out for all your Dallas action. WrestleMania week is here. Enjoy Pro Wrestling 2022 as we tell you what you gotta do. JP, let them know.
You already know. Heels, pops, and chair shots. HPC2 Sweet on IG and Twitter. Live on Twitch and YouTube. You already know. Join the Discord. follow us this weekend on this ride down this journey down this wrestling glory hole.
What is for dessert though?
I don't want dessert after that. That's not cream filling I'm willing to discover. Like, what the fuck is that?